In 3 short weeks, Breitbart News reporting drove 2 of the 3 leading establishment Republicans in Tennessee out of the state's 2018 U.S. Senate race. First up was incumbent Senator Bob Corker, R. Tennessee, who made a surprise announcement on September 26 he would not run for re-election, one day after a Breitbart News report about his sweetheart deal in an Alabama retail center development in which Alabama taxpayers are set to pay him more than $3 million over 20 years in sales tax incentive rebates. Though his announcement that he would not seek re-election was couched in terms that claimed it had been made after much thought, consideration, and family discussion over the past year, its suddenness and the fact that Corker felt compelled to offer a lame and incomplete explanation for his investment in a deal that epitomizes the swamp in which the political elite thrive underscores the potency of the Breitbart News report. Then came Governor Bill Haslam, like Corker a moderate establishment Republican from East Tennessee. With Corker out of the race, all eyes turned to the scion of the wealthy Haslam family, whose personal $2.5 billion net worth derives from his inherited ownership interest in the Pilot Flying J national truck stop chain. In 9 brief days, Breitbart News turned the bright light of sunshine on Haslam's political vulnerabilities in a way that compliant and complacent Tennessee media, dominated as it is by the Gannett-owned USA Today Tennessee Group which now owns the Tennessean, in Nashville, the Memphis Commercial Appeal, the Knoxville News Sentinel, the Clarksville Leaf Chronicle, and the Daily News Journal, Murfreesboro, has never come close to even attempting. In rapid fire, Breitbart News brought all of these vulnerabilities front and center on the national stage, the ongoing investigation and trials of executives at the Haslam family-owned business, Pilot Flying J, on charges of fraud and illegal kickbacks. Governor Haslam's record as a vocal opponent of President Trump, who called for him to withdraw from the race just 1 month before his stunning victory over Hillary Clinton in the 2016 general election. Questions surrounding potential conflicts of interest involving the governor's push for a gas tax increase and Pilot Flying J. Anti-Trump comments made by brother Jimmy Haslam, owner of the NFL's Cleveland Browns, related to the national anthem protests involving kneeling players. Anti-Trump comments by Senator Bob Corker, former college roommate of Jimmy Haslam, and a longtime political mentor to Governor Haslam. President Trump's consistent popularity in the state easily won, 61% to 35%. The rushed announcement of the sale of Pilot Flying J to Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway at very favorable terms to the sage of Omaha. Haslam knew that, if he entered the 2018 U.S. Senate race, Breitbart News would soon be reporting on whether he ever asked his brother, Pilot Flying J CEO Jimmy Haslam, if the former company president, Mark Hazelwood, who goes on trial for his role in the fraudulent kickback scheme later this month, ever told him about the illegal activity. No one who knows the legendarily hands-on management style of Jimmy Haslam could imagine that someone who reports directly to him would be able to conceal such information. The pages of Breitbart News were poised to consistently pose a slightly different version of the question posed by the late Senator Howard Baker of Tennessee to President Nixon during the Watergate hearings.